Welcome, Tiger football fans. I'm Tyler Rosen. Alongside me, Carson Mara. And we got a heck of a matchup for you today on Old Gold Weekend as your DePauw football Tigers are taking on the Oberlin College Yeomen. And we're about set for kickoff as the Tigers, wearing the all blacks, a black helmet, black jersey, and black pants, are set to kick off to the Yeomen, who have the gray helmet with white jersey and maroon pants. And they'll be moving from left to right to start out here as Nutter is teeing up the ball, and we are about set to get this matchup underway. We expect the temperature to be into the low 80s today, but it is very windy down on the field as Nutter's having trouble. He's going to call someone over to hold the ball.
Yeah, I think the wind's going to be a factor today, especially on the passing game when you're going left to right. The field goals in warm-ups they were almost coming back through the uprights after they went in.
We saw as the wind picked up there that it did make the kicking game a little more difficult for field goals and extra points, and Nutter's kick is high and deep and into the end zone, so another touchback for Jeremy Nutter. He's putting together a very good start to the season as we're in game number 5, and he's got another touchback. So the Yeomen are going to come out to the 25. That's where they're going to start today. And this Tiger defense looks to continue the success they've had in stopping the run, look to improve on a pass defense that has been suspect to say the least so far this season.
Yeah, and if I'm Oberlin right now, I'm looking to get a quick hitter in the pass game to start this game off nice and easy, attacking DePauw's weak spot.
Taylor is the quarterback. He's got 3 receivers here on the near side, 1 over on the far. And he's got a running back to his right. He is in the shotgun. Tigers showing pressure over there on the far side. Taylor takes a snap. He's going to hand it off, run up the middle. Gain of about 4. That's Khalil Rivers.
That's a good start for the Oberlin Yemen right there. It's always nice to get the run game going early. If you can get 4 yards a run, you'll take it all day.
Exactly, especially with how stout this Tiger defense has been playing the run so far this season. But now they come set. It's 2nd and 6. Ball on their own 29. Taylor in the gun. 2 receivers on the far side, but he brings a man in motion. He's going to hand it off to him. He's running here on the near side, and he's going to be knocked down behind the line of scrimmage. A loss of about 3, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 9. A big play by the Tiger defense. That was Rock Leffler, the senior captain, who read it all the way and got the stop behind the line of scrimmage. So 3rd and long to come for the Yeomen. They're going to give them 3rd and 8 to be exact. And now Taylor comes set. He's got 3 receivers over on the far side. Tries to get the Tigers to jump, but there's no snap as they check to the sideline for the play.
Looks like Oberlin's going to be using the no-huddle, fast-paced offense, and we'll see how that plays into DePauw's explosive offensive game.
Very similar to how the Tigers like to play offensively. Now we got a flag. It looks like a delay of game. So it was, in fact, a delay of game, so that's going to push them back 5 more yards, bringing up 3rd and 13 for the Yeomen. Ball at their own 22.
With such a long down and distance, it really limits the options for Oberlin here. You kind of expect to see a screen pass or something short just to get a completion.
And Taylor takes the snap. He's looking. He's got a pocket. He's flustered, and he's going to run out on the far side. He's going to keep it and run across the 30 over on the far side. He's going to get close to the first down marker. And he was knocked down right around the 35. So he got close there on the scramble as he was flustered out of the pocket and forced to run. Zach Williams on the stop. And it looks like they're going to bring out the chains to measure. And Taylor got close.
Yeah, from our vantage point, or at least mine, it looks like he's just short of the yard marker, which is where you would expect the sticks to be starting off the touchback. So I'm not sure if he quite got there, but the effort was there. He was stretching out the football, and that's what you'd like to see if you're Oberlin.
And he stayed in the pocket as long as he could, and he is, in fact, short, says referee Gabe Tomlin. So he is short, but a good effort there as he stayed in the pocket as long as he could, and when it collapsed, he rolled to the far side and got about, I guess, 12 on the play, as it's going to bring up 4th and 1. And it looks like the Yeoman offense is going to stay out onto the field, at least for the moment.
They're finally bringing the sticks back to the sideline, so definitely fourth down here. And I mean, why wouldn't you go for this one? You got inches away. All you got to do is put the ball up the middle.
So Taylor in the gun. Goes under center now. He's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to push forward for that first down. He got close. Tigers think they stopped him. We'll see what the official says. He didn't get much, but he may have got just enough, and we might have to measure again.
No measurement needed, apparently, but he did get the first down, according to the officials. It was a big scrum down there. Hard to tell if any movement was made, but somebody saw something.
It was 4th and inches, and an inch or two is what Taylor got. So a first down now for the Yeoman. 2 receivers here on the near side and 2 running backs now for Taylor. Takes a snap. He's throwing a screen here on the near side. Pass is dropped, but it was a backwards pass as the officials never blew the whistle. Some confusion there on the sideline. So he's going to turn it into about a gain of 1 after the pass was dropped. That was number 18, Ryan Gleason. And then he got what he could. Now they're going to say he lost a few yards.
Yeah, they tried a little bubble screen, it looks like there, and the receiver got held up behind the line and fumbled the ball out of bounds forward. So I don't think they gave him the forward progress of the football there after he was wrapped up.
So 2nd and 15 now for the Yeoman with 2 receivers over on the far side, 1 here on the near and a tight end. And now we get a whistle.
I think they didn't reset the play clock there, and that's what the officials were taking care of.
So some confusion there amongst the officials. So now we come back, and we're facing 2nd and 15 with 12 and a half left to go here in the first quarter. Taylor in the gun. Takes a snap. He's looking, throws, far side. Pass is picked. Picked off by the Tigers. And that he's taken down across the 30, officially at the 25. Try to get a number on that one.
It's just a simple curl route,
that
a 5-yard
was Connor
hitch.
Mullen. Sorry to interrupt you, Carson. As Connor Mullen, the sophomore, getting his first career start and getting the interception. So a big play by the Tigers defense and a big play by Mullen to get the momentum back on the Tigers side after allowing a 4th down conversion.
Yeah, Oberlin tried there to throw a long hitch across the field, and he just gave the DePauw corner there too much time to make a play.
So now Cam Haynes leads the offense out on the field. As we saw last week, Matt Labus went down with a knee injury, and we did find out that it is a torn ACL, and he is done for the year. As Haynes takes a snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to keep it himself, and he's going to run forward for about 6. Gets around the Yeoman 16.
A nice little read option there, keep by the quarterback. He's a big guy. He's going to be hard to take down if they keep trying to run the football with him.
Haynes standing at 6'3", the freshman out of Cincinnati. He's got Lopez to his right and 2 receivers on each side. And he waits the snap. Takes the snap. He's looking here near side. Throws. Pass complete to Ayers. And Ayers is going to make a man miss. He's going to dive forward for a first down and across the Yeoman 10. So it's going to be 1st and goal to come now for the Tigers as they bring in the big boy package with Schnazy and DeMarco Henry. And now they only have 2 receivers, 1 on each side. Haynes waiting the snap. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Lopez. Lopez runs here near side, and he's going to be taken down right around the line of scrimmage. So not much doing on that play for the Tigers as we're approaching 11 minutes left here in the first quarter.
Yeah, Oberlin sniffed out the heavy package there, and they weren't fooled, and there was no trickery by DePauw, so they just tried to run it up the gut, and it didn't work.
So now 2nd and goal from the 9 for the Tigers. Lopez to Haynes' left, and Haynes takes a step. He's going to step up in the pocket. He's going to look to run, and he's going to be dropped. So Haynes taking down a loss of about 2 Allen on the tackle for the Yeomen. So now the Tigers find themselves in 3rd and goal from the Yeomen 11. And you got to think that it's 2-play territory here, and you want to get as close as you can here and give yourself an opportunity on 4th and goal if you can't get in.
Yeah, you really don't want to kick a field goal down here, especially this early in the game, because I mean, if you go for it on 4th down and don't get it, the Yeomen are going into the wind here, 25-mile-an-hour winds, and they're going to have to go 95 yards, which is going to be hard to do.
Yeah, and the Tigers, we got a timeout taken by Oberlin. So the Tigers are figuring out what the strategy is here on 3rd and goal from the Yeomen 11 after the interception by sophomore Connor Mullen in his first career start. Sets up the Tigers and Cam Haynes with a big run, and then the pass over to Ayers, and now the Tigers got a couple plays to score here and take an early lead as we're at 10:20 left here in the first quarter. As both teams come back out onto the field, and they go with 2 running backs. Looks like Hunt is one of the running backs this time, and Lopez to Haynes' right. Haynes takes the step. Gonna throw across the middle. He's got a man. It's tipped. Falls incomplete. It was almost intercepted. The pass got tipped, and lucky it fell to the ground for Haynes and the Tiger offense, as now they're going to attempt the extra point, the field goal, with Cunningham to snap, and it looks like Seago to hold and Tanner on the kick. It's going to be about we'll call it a 28-yarder.
With the wind at his back, this should be no problem for Tanner here.
Seago, good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. So the Tigers will take 3 as we're at 10:10 remaining here. There's a flag. We'll check that. So it may have been after the play a little bit there. So the officials are trying to sort everything out. We'll see what head referee Gabe Tomlin has to say. So they're still trying to sort everything out. The Tigers own a 3-0 lead, though, after the 28-yard field goal by Tanner splits the uprights. But the Tigers wanted 7 there. They couldn't get it done, so the defense is going to have to come back out strong. So here we go. Here's a call. Looks like we have offsetting penalties.
Yeah, I think offset.
Head referee Gabe Tomlin says offsetting personal fouls on Thomas Cunningham for the Tigers. So each player one more and they're done. So look to get a little scrappy there after the field goal. So the Tigers on the kick yet again. Nutter's going to look to put this one in the back of the end zone. Seems to be a trend so far for this Tigers kickoff coverage unit. And again, he's got someone to hold for him as the wind is picking up yet again. Nutter, he's set, ready to kick. Again, high end over end, and that's going to get towards the back of the end zone. So another touchback for Nutter, taking the return game out of it so far for the Yeomen. And the defense is going to look to go back to work here. Ball out to the 25 for the Yeomen.
Yeah, we'll see if the Yeomen can regain their confidence in the pass game as after that interception on their last drive. You got to think they're going to try and throw something shorter with a less field in between them and the receiver.
And Yeoman had some success with the run game, as we saw last drive, surprisingly so on this stout Tiger defense. It's Taylor. Looks to the sideline for the play. He's got 3 receivers over there on the far side, one here on the near, as Harry Bell is showing pressure for the Tigers. Taylor takes the snap. He's looking far side. He's going to throw far side. Pass is way overthrown. He had a couple men open, but that pass falls incomplete, so bringing up 2nd and 10 for the Yeomen from their own 25.
Yeah, that's a lucky play there for Oberlin. Number 31 for DePauw, defensive back Dylan Hyatt was in the area, and he was getting ready for the tackle, and if he would have been prepared for the overthrow, he could have had an interception.
So now the Yeoman comes set here, 2 receivers on the far side. Taylor takes a snap, throws the screen over on the far side, and nothing doing as he's dropped there. Right around the line of scrimmage, they're going to give him 1.
Dylan Hyatt got off his block that was set by his receiver and just neutralized that bubble screen. That's the 2nd time they've tried a bubble screen today. I think that might be a trend for Oberlin.
Yeah, trying to get outside and work up the field real quick on the screen, but nothing doing yet again. So now they come set with 3 receivers here on the near side. Taylor takes a snap. He's looking, faces pressure, throws across middle, passes incomplete, as it looked like the receiver had a hand on it and he got hit and dropped it. So again, 4th down for the Yeomen, and they're going to punt it away this time, with Hunt back deep to receive. So a big stand by the Tiger defense, trying to get this offense back out on the field to score some points and extend a 3-0 lead.
It'd be interesting to see how this punt works going directly into that heavy wind.
Good snap. The kick is end over end, a little short, but Hunt's going to take it. Come up the 50, going to the far side. Escapes one man. He's down the sideline across the 30. Cuts back. 20. He's coming across the field. No one in front of him. 10, 5, house, touchdown Tigers.
Wow.
Andy Hunt with the punt return touchdown. No flags. So the offense might not need to score today.
Well, it doesn't seem like it. If we're just going to take those kicks all the way, Andy Hunt explosive. I think he only got touched by 1 man, and he broke the tackle, and he just found a seam and went.
Broke a tackle at the 40 on the far side and just ran down the sideline, cut it back towards the near side at the 20, finds his way into the end zone. So the Tigers lead at 9-0 with the extra point to come from Tanner. And the Tigers moving early here, as the defense is going to go right back out there. Snap is good. Kick is good. So 10-0, the Tigers lead it here with 9:08 remaining here in the first quarter. So big explosive play as the momentum stays on the Tigers sideline after that. Now the defense is going to go back out there. Looks to get another stop, maybe another turnover.
Yeah, due to the heavy winds, punting the football, you kind of got to keep it low if you want to get it anywhere. But the low punts come down quickly, and that gives DePauw time to catch the ball and look for the open seams, and that can really hurt the coverage game, as we just saw.
It's a low punt, and Hunt just took it right up the middle, found a seam. Now the Tigers find themselves leading 10-0 with 9:08 here left in the first quarter. And now Nutter on the kick yet again. And again, he has someone holding the ball, as this wind is relentless so far. So the Tigers set. Got 2 deep to receive for the Yeomen. So another high end over end kick. That one's going to go into the end zone. It's going to go out of the end zone. So another touchback for Nutter. He's making it look easy. So 3 touchbacks on the day for Nutter. So now feel like I'm repeating myself as the ball's going to come out to the 25 for the Yeoman. Tigers defense looks to get another stop as it looks like Brandon Gerke is checked in there at defensive end for the Tigers. Number 33, the Greencastle native.
Look for the Yeoman to get the running game going again here. Their passing game kind of stalled last drive.
Taylor takes a snap, throws the screen again over here on the near side. That's Gleason. Gleason catches it, but he's going to be dropped right around the line of scrimmage.
That is the third bubble screen we've seen from Oberlin, and they've gained a rough estimate of -5 yards on all 3 plays. Not sure what they're thinking.
Yeah, the screen has not been there. There hasn't been much there so far, but the screen has not. That's for sure. So bringing up 2nd and 10 now for the Yeoman. 2 receivers over on the far side. 1 here on the near, and there's a running back to Taylor's left. As the Tigers show some pressure, that's good. Snap is taken, handed off, and he's going to be dropped behind the line of scrimmage again. Khalil Rivers dropped. Looks like Matt Krupe on the stop. So the Tiger run defense showing what they're made of, what they've been doing all year. Forcing a 3rd and long, a 3rd and 12. Ball on the Yeoman 23-yard line. With 3 receivers over on the far side for Taylor. Taylor takes the snap, faces some pressure. It's the screen, and it's batted down. Looks like that was batted down by... Can't get a number on that one, but the Tigers, a big stop again, another 3 and out. So the Yeomen are going to punt it away with 7:50 remaining here in the first quarter.
Yeah, this Tigers defense is just being relentless getting pressure. That offensive line looks overpowered and outmanned.
Yeah, the offensive line, no answer so far for this tough 3-4 defense, which is you don't see very often. Snap is good. Punt is low and not a very good one, as it's not even going to get to the 50. So the punt rolls out of bounds at about the Yeoman, 47. So that's where the Tigers are going to start here and look to extend the 10-point lead. It looks like Haynes is going to come back in at quarterback.
That punt looked like a concerted effort to keep the ball out of Andy Hunt's hand as he angled it right toward the sideline, not even trying to give him a chance.
Exactly. After the explosive return that Hunt had last time, you can't blame the Yeoman coaching staff for that move. So now the Tigers come onto the field with 2 running backs, a receiver on each side, and Haynes in the gun. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Lopez. Lopez is going to run far side, cuts back up the middle, crossing the 45, and Lopez is going to be taken down at about the 43, maybe the 42. So gain of about 5, 2nd and 5 to come for the Tigers as Schnese and Henry check out of the game. Tigers go with a similar look this time, though. Lopez to Haynes left. And it looks like Hunt in the backfield as well. Haynes takes a snap, and he's going to be dropped. Looked like he tripped over his own offensive lineman there as he was looking to escape the pressure as the pocket was closing. And he just took a step back, and it looks like he may have tripped over his left tackle, Nick LaChapelle. So that's not what you want to see if you're the Tigers offense, bringing up 2nd and about 14. 3rd and 15.
Yeah, the Oberlin defensive line is doing a good job of staying on their blocks and forcing the O-lineman back into the pocket.
Snap taken by Haynes. Throws the screen here to Lopez. Lopez has a couple blocks. He's going to be dropped around the original line of scrimmage there. So gain of 5. That's going to bring up 4th and 10. So a quick 3 and out for the Tigers offense. So they can't seem to get anything going so far.
That is definitely a win for Oberlin. Giving the ball up on their own side of the field and coming out with no points is always a bright spot if you're thinking for the Yeoman, sorry.
Yeah, a big stop for the Oberlin defense, as now the Tigers are going to look to play the field position game. So a low snap as it bounces back to Seago, and Seago gets it off. Fair catch is called for, but it rolls out of the back of the end zone, so it is going to be a touchback. Ball out to the 20 this time for the Yeomen. So the Yeomen catch a break on the punt as it just reached the end zone before the Tigers could get down there, trying to down it inside the 5. Looked like Lance Meyer was down there on the coverage trying to get that one. So the ball comes out to the 20. The Yeomen looking for something to get going here offensively. So they got 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 over on the far. And Taylor takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. It looks like Rivers, and Rivers is going to be dropped by Chandler Nicholson right at the line of scrimmage.
Nicholson with a vicious tackle there. The running back got stood up, and he plowed him into the ground, forcing him to remember that this DePauw defense is not take it lightly at the run game.
That was Myrick on the run, and he is not a small running back by any means. And like you said, Nicholson just put him flat on his back. Snap taken, and Taylor tried to get what he could on the keeper. He got about 3.
Looks
so
like
going to bring up 3rd and 7.
Looks like a design QB draw there, trying to maybe spread out the defense, looking for a pass and sneak some yardage up the middle. But DePauw's linebackers were not fooled. They looked ready for that one.
Yeah, now the Tigers looking to get off the field here. Is officially 3rd and 8 for the Yeomen. 3 receivers here on the near side. And again, 1 over on the far. Taylor takes a snap, faces some pressure by Good, tries to dump it off to his running back. Pass falls incomplete. So 4th and 7 to come for the Tigers. So they're going to get the ball back, and Hunt is again back deep to receive, and Logan Green is also back there about 10 yards ahead of him.
Yeah, I don't expect Oberlin to punt the ball to either of these folks after the first punt. Probably just another angle punt toward the sideline. We'll see if DePauw can maybe catch it and get a couple yards.
So high snap, but it's corralled by the punter, and it's a wobbly punt over towards the far side. And Hunt's going to pick it up off the bounce. A gutsy call there by Hunt as the Yeomen were starting to corral him in on a risky bouncing punt, excuse me. He picked it up anyway and got what he could.
It looks like they're not going to give him the yardage off the bounce as he waved the officials are making a waving motion with his hands. It looked like they think he called for a fair catch.
That seems to be the case, and he may have there. As we got an explanation there from that official, Gabe Tomlin, but we didn't really understand with the wind down there. So Lasky's going to check in at quarterback now, the senior who was getting time as receiver and a wildcat quarterback position. Lasky takes a snap, throws across to Hunt in the middle, complete for a gain of 9. So Lasky's first play from scrimmage. A completion of 9 yards out to the Yeomen 41.
Just a very confident, simple pattern there from Hunt, and Lasky found him. It was a simple 5-yard hitch in the slot position, and Hunt caught it, turned, and got a couple yards.
So now the Tigers looking to convert here on 2nd and 1, 4 receivers. Lasky's going to take the snap. He's going to keep it all the way. He's going to get across the 40. So 1st down for the Tigers. And they're moving the chains there. It took him a while, but he got across the 40 easily.
The Tigers don't look like they're shying away from the quarterback run game, even after Labus went out last week with the injury. He had been the Tigers' leading rusher.
The RPO seems to be a very heavy part of the Tiger offense. So a handoff there to Lopez. He's going to get a couple. For those of you who don't know, the RPO is a run-pass option for a quarterback or running back where they can either run or pass, just like it is in the name. And it is a intricate part to this Tiger offense is getting the quarterbacks moving. So now the Tigers come set here at 2nd and 8. 4 wide receivers, 2 on each side, and Lopez to Lasky's left. Now he moves him over to the right. Tigers moving right to left down the field. Takes the snap. Lasky's going to keep it. Run up the middle. Sheds a couple tacklers, and he's going to be dropped right around the Yeoman 33 as we're under 3 minutes left here in the first quarter.
The Yeomen did a good job of swarming there once they got a man on Lasky, and he was hit by 3 guys, and that's something that's a little nerve-wracking to see if you're the head coach there after a quarterback injury last week.
And Lasky popped right up, and he can take a shot, but you might want to see him slide in some of these scenarios here if you're going to run it with him as much as you're showing so far. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to keep it again, run here on the near side, get across the 30, but there is a flag. This one might be coming back as he got right around that first down marker. But it looks like it is going to be a hold on the Tigers. I think that's the initial indication here. We'll check with the official. So yeah, it is a 10-yard penalty from the spot. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 11, maybe 12. 3rd and 11. So the Tigers go from a first down on 3rd and short to facing a 3rd and long situation here as we're under 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter. Lasky looks to the sideline. Play clock. So now Coach Lynch burns a timeout as the play clock was running down, and no one seemed to notice it on the field for the Tigers.
Yeah, DePauw doesn't look too happy with play clock management there. Some of them seem to be a little confused by the officials. The mid official kept running up to the point of the center, or where the ball was, and that kind of threw him off, I think.
Yeah, and head coach Bill Lynch was not happy about that as he had to burn a timeout here with 1:42 left in the first quarter. As the Tigers facing a 3rd and 11 as they lead at 10-0. So the Tigers come back out onto the field, see what they talked about in the timeout, try to get themselves a first down conversion here on 3rd and long. As Lasky is set, 2 receivers on each side. He's got Lopez to his left. Takes a snap. He's looking to pass. He's going to throw here on the near side. Pass complete to Hagan. Hagan's going to get about 7 on that one. He's going to bring up 4th and 4. As we're approaching 1.5 minutes left here. And the Tigers are going to go for it. 4th and 4. Big play to come here for the Tigers offense. Lasky goes up to the line of scrimmage. He comes set now. 2 receivers each side. Takes a snap. Throws here on the near side. He's got a man. That's Hagan. Complete across the 30 for a first down. Officially knocked down and out of bounds at the Yeoman 25. So a big conversion there for the Tigers on 4th down.
A nice catch there by Hagan. The ball was a little overthrown, and he went up in the air and snagged it with one hand at first and brought it back with his second before he got hit. Impressive way to get the first down, and that's what you like to see if you're a new quarterback for the offense. You want your receivers to help you out a little bit.
A wobbly high pass, like you said, and Hagan corralled it in for a first down. So Lasky's going to keep it after the fake handoff. And he's going to run forward for about 3. So not much doing there as we're under 1 minute here in the first quarter. So Lasky got what he could. It looked like there was more green in front of him than what he got. But the Yeoman defense corralled him in after a gain of 2 is what they're going to say. He's bringing up 2nd and 8. So Lasky takes the snap, fakes the handoff. He's going to dump it over to DeMarco Henry on the far side. He's going to be knocked out of bounds right around the line of scrimmage. With 19.9 left here in the first quarter.
Just a simple check down there. Lasky looked to survey the field before he threw it back to the running back, not seeing anybody open downfield. Smart play. Nothing gained out of it, though.
No, and now another timeout for the Tigers. So, Tigers have burned 2 timeouts here in the first quarter. It was 6 minutes left here in the first quarter, or excuse me, 6 seconds. And 3rd and 8 to come. Wonder what the Tigers are going to do offensively here.
They could be thinking about taking a shot to the end zone, taking the timeout with 6 seconds left in the quarter. I think they're trying to play the wind game right now, trying to keep the ball going with the wind for at least one more play, if not 2, so they don't have to try and kick the ball into the wind for the extra point.
It's a good point. If you run a quick play and it doesn't convert, you can try and run your field goal unit out there. But you got 3rd and 8 to come, and Lasky back out onto the field. And he's got 3 receivers here on the near side, and he's got Wilson all alone on the far side. Lopez to Lasky's right. Lasky fakes the snap. He looks to the sideline for the play. So now they come set. Lasky takes the snap. Looks, throws quickly across middle. Pass is intercepted. Coming across the 20 towards the far side. Knocked out of bounds around the 30. So Devin Wright comes up big for the Yeoman there. And that's going to do it for the first quarter. The Tigers lead at 10-0. And when we come back, we'll get started with the second quarter as the defense is going to come out onto the field after the turnover and try to get a stop. I'm Tyler Rose, and you're listening to 91.5 WGRE, your home for Tiger Athletics.
Hi, I'm Faith Hill. I've made a lot of tough decisions in my life. When I left my hometown of Star, Mississippi for Nashville, some thought I was crazy. It was a tough choice, but the right choice. It was decisions like that which helped me prepare for the challenges I would face reaching my dream. Don't let opportunities slip by you. Make the right choices today and be ready for the challenges tomorrow. This message is brought to you by the U.S. Air Force.
Ranger Station, Ranger speaking.
Yeah, hi. I'd like to report a bear sighting.
Location.
In the forest near the side of the road.
No need for alarm, sir. The forest is where bears live.
But this was no ordinary bear.
No ordinary bear?
Yeah, 1 second I'm having a smoke taken in the view. Next thing I know, I am face to face with Smokey Bear.
Let me guess, Smokey had a tip for you.
He did. He must have seen me toss my cigarette on the ground. He told me never to do that because it only takes 1 spark to start a wildfire.
He's a smart bear. Did you know that 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans? That means 9 out of 10 wildfires can be prevented.
That's what Smokey said. I had no idea.
That's why Smokey's famous, and you're not.
Good point.
If you see someone in danger of starting a wildfire, step in and make a difference, because 9 out of 10 wildfires are caused by humans. Brought to you by Smokey Bear, the U.S. Forest Service, your state forester, and the Ad Council. Learn more at smokeybear.com.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Taylor takes the snap. He's going to be knocked down around the 30 after the false start. So it's going to bring up 2nd and 15 for the Yeoman.
The Yeomen have the ball again after the interception by Devin White. Lasky just was looking for a slant. He didn't see the linebacker sneak underneath for DePauw, or for Oberlin.
So now the Tigers showing pressure here. Zach Williams is one of them, and he stays after 2 drop backs. So Taylor takes the snap. Plenty of time. Now he's forced out of the pocket. Running far side. Zach Williams on the chase, and he's dropped around the 20. So Zach Williams with the sack. He showed pressure all the way, and he fought through the line of scrimmage and chased him down. So a big loss on the play for the Yeomen. And a big play by Zach Williams, the linebacker.
That puts Oberlin in a really tough position here. 3rd and about 25. never where you want to be, and you really have limited options.
There's no play in the playbook for 3rd and 25, that is for sure. So now you just hope to get something out of it. As Taylor takes a snap, and he's going to hand it off all the way. And he's got a big gain across the 40, across the 50. So just when we say there's no play for 3rd and 25, a run up the middle goes for about 30, and a first down for the Yeomen.
Big defensive breakdown there for DePauw. You're thinking 3rd and 25, we've got this wrapped up, we're getting the football back, and then they spread you out and you forget to cover the run game. Not what you want to see if you're the Tigers.
No, a mental lapse there for the Tigers. And we're right next to Jay Hood here in the coach's box, and we are surprised to not hear him screaming and yelling. So now the Yeoman comes set. Taylor takes a snap, fakes the handoff, throws across the middle, passes complete across the 30, across the 20, and he's dropped. That was number 84, Trace McConnell. So a big reception there. That's another play of about 30 yards.
A nice little seam route there. They had a guy on the outside taking up the cornerback, and it looked like they found a hole in the zone, and they hit it, and it's a big play for Oberlin, putting them in scoring position.
So now, Yeoman in the red zone. So he brings some men in motion, and now Taylor's going to burn a timeout here.
A little confusion there before the snap. One of the receivers seemed to send himself in motion, and I can imagine that Taylor wasn't really sure what was going on. But they don't want to lose the momentum here with a penalty, so a timeout might not be a bad idea for Oberlin.
Yeah, and the Yeoman, not on the same page there offensively as after the two big back-to-back 30-yard gains. After the run by Rivers right up the middle, and then the big play to McConnell on the pass, as they're looking to strike and cut into this 10-point lead. And this is the first time the Oberlin offense has really been able to move the ball today.
Yeah, two explosive plays. They went from their own 20-yard line to inside the Tigers' 20, seemingly in an instant, and the Tigers might have been shocked a little bit. That doesn't seem like them.
No, and especially with the run right up the middle with how good the Tiger rush defense has been all season. You don't see that very often from this group. Now he brings a man in motion. Taylor's going to hand it off to him as they try to run the sweep. Nicholson tried to get off the block. Williams can't hold on. And now he's going to be dropped. They're going to give him forward progress to about the original line of scrimmage. Maybe a gain of 2, actually. That was Gleason coming on the motion and taking the screen, or the handoff on the sweep.
Yeah, a simple jet sweep, but the Tigers were able to string it out pretty well and not give them any cutback lanes, which is what you want to do if you're on defense, because you get a cutback, all of a sudden you have a gaping hole and you're on the way to the end zone.
There's another problem with the play clock there. This is what the whistles are for. And now we're set. Two receivers here on the near side. Taylor takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. He's going to bounce it outside. Breaks a couple tackles and lowers his shoulder right around the first down marker. Looked like that was number 6, Chuck Williams. So a hard run there as he got right around the first down marker. We're going to give him to about the Tiger 9-yard line. So 3rd and 1 to come as we're under 12 minutes left here in the first half. Taylor under center. He's going to take the snap. He's going to run forward, just following his center, and get a few yards for the first down.
That play was very similar, if not the same, to what we saw them do on their first drive on 4th and inches. Taylor started in the shotgun and went up to the line to pretend to adjust the play call and took a QB sneak trying to catch DePauw off guard, and that time he got a little more than inches. He got a couple of yards.
Yeah, no doubt about that one. So bringing up 1st and goal from the Tigers 7. Taylor takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Williams, and Williams is going to get maybe 1 or 2 on the 1st and goal play. Bringing up 2nd and goal. They're going to give him 1 from the 6.
Tiger defense definitely trying to stiffen their defense against the run game right now, with Oberlin closing in on the end zone, trying to make them earn it through the air.
Now the Tigers, big second and goal play here. 3 receivers here on the near side. 1 over on the far, and Williams in the backfield. Taylor, he's going to hand it off to Williams. Williams is going to get maybe 1 again on the play. As Taylor did take a shot there, though, at the end of that play.
They're running the read option in their offense right now, and Taylor faked that he had the football still, and then he got hit, which is perfectly legal for DePauw to do.
He took a shot. Let's see if that affects him at all here on this 3rd and goal play from the 5. Brings a man in motion. Takes the snap. Looking here on the near side. Throws on the screen. Complete. And he's going to be stopped right around the 1-yard line. He got close there.
A flag came in from the back official. It looked like the man in motion, number 84, Trace McConnell, set an illegal pick play for his other receiver to get the football. We'll see what the call is.
Billy Willis, the one that threw the flag there. So a 15-yard penalty for the Yeomen negates the big play there to make it at least 4th and goal from the 1. So now they got 3rd and goal from the 20.
Yeah,
so the penalty is just a killer there for the Oberlin offense.
Really disheartening if you're the Yeomen, because now, even with the wind, the field goal still is not as certain as if you would have kicked it from the 5-yard line.
Now you got to get a ton of yards here just to make it feasible to go for it on 4th. As Taylor takes the snap. Throws here on the near side, but that one's tipped and batted down by Sean Millers, who it looked like the former center. Playing nose guard now, and he got his hands up and knocked it down. So that's going to bring up 4th and goal, and the kicking unit for the Yeomen. Malachi Clemens is on to kick.
I think it might be Michael Lissession for the Yeomen attempting this 37-yard field goal.
You are right about that one, and the kick is up, and the kick is good, so he nails it. So, not what the Yeomen wanted. A big stop by the defense to force the penalty. So, the Yeomen get 3, and they cut into the Tiger lead. And so we got ourselves a game here with 9:47 left in the first half. Tigers leading it 10-3.
If the Yeoman defense can keep this up, it will continue to be a game here, and they're just going to have to wait for their offense to come play some better football with them and get the ball into the end zone.
And now it seems that Lasky might be leading the offense back out onto the field after the kickoff. Lasky led the offense on a little bit of a drive last time, ended with the interception. But clearly there's been a difference between when he's been in the game and when Haynes has been in the game. Haynes only getting the 2 drives. One of them was a 3 and out. Not much you could do as he tripped over his own offensive lineman on 2nd down. But Lasky brought in a spark, and the Tigers were moving. And it seems they're definitely more comfortable running with Lasky than they are with Haynes so far today.
Yeah, Lasky's pocket awareness seems to be a little bit better than the freshman Haynes, which you'd expect to see at this level.
So the kick high, end over end. And that's going to go into the end zone. Sego's just going to let that one go.
The wind really affecting the special teams game here, as every touchback so far has gone out the back of the left end zone with the 25-mile-an-hour wind at the back of the kicker.
Excuse me, that wasn't Sego, that was Will Harris, a sophomore back there who let that one roll out of the end zone. So, the Tigers are going to start at their own 25 on this drive, looking to get some points back on the board after the Yeoman drive that turned into 3.
If I'm not mistaken, Cam Haynes is back out there at quarterback.
Cam Haynes, you are correct. Cam Haynes steps back in after Lasky only got 1 series. So he's going to hand it off to Cleveland. Here on the near side, he's going to cut back and then run up the middle for a gain of about 5 or 6. So the running back by committee still churning along for the Tigers as Cleveland has put together a decent start to the season for himself, running behind Henry and Lopez.
Very patient run there by Cleveland, really waiting for his the blockers to get the job done for him.
Haynes takes a snap, hands it off to Cleveland again, and Cleveland's just going to try to run forward for as much as he can. He got about 2 on that one. And we'll check the spot there. Yeah, they'll give him about 2, so it's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
Not much doing on that run. Ran into a mob of white shirts for the Yeomen, but he did get whatever he could.
Yep, now 3rd and short for the Tigers. Haynes takes a snap, hands it off to Henry. Henry waits patiently, and now he picks up the first down. So Henry almost came to a complete stop there is what it looked like as he waited for the blocks to get there and develop, and he burst forward for about 5. So he got the first down out to the Yeoman 38.
Henry was close there to breaking a tackle and having a lot of open field ahead of him. The Yeoman not playing with safety right now.
No one back deep now as they're playing up close, as they're expecting the run right now. They'll take what they can, especially with the freshman in with the passing game. So Haynes takes a snap, hands it off to Hunt, running far side, and he's going to cut it upfield, gets about 2, and he's dropped around the 40. So not much there on the run to Andy Hunt.
Yeah, like you said, the DePauw coaching staff seems to have a lot more confidence in senior Lasky's arm than freshman Cam Haynes so far.
JT Williams checks out for the Tigers, and Grizzard checks in. He's part of the 3-receiver combo over here on the near side, 1 over on the far side. Haynes takes a snap. He's looking to throw. Pump fakes, throws to Grizzard, and Grizzard just can't hold on to it. Don't know how much he would have got, how many yards he would have gotten with that reception, but nonetheless, it hits off his hands, and that's not a confidence booster for the freshman. Yeah. It's going to bring up 3rd and 7 with 7.5 left here in the first half.
Haynes definitely showing some first start jitters as he was just had a wobbly throw that was behind his intended receiver.
Now the Tigers go with a 5-receiver look, and now they all look to the sideline for the play. Haynes telling his offensive line. He comes set, takes a snap. There's pressure. He's going to have to throw. Throws across the middle, and it falls incomplete, but it looked like the defender, number 21, Anthony Roig, got there a step too soon, and that's what Hagan was complaining about to the official. He's not going to get a flag, as Haynes had him, and I think if the defender wasn't there or wasn't a step early in taking down the receiver Hunt there, I think it's a first down.
Yeah, first down and maybe more. It looked like the D-back really was tackling Hunt before the ball, as the ball was in the air. I guess it worked out for Oberlin, and they'll take it.
Yeah, Hagan was fired up about that one, to complain to the back judge there. And now Seago on to punt. Good snap. A wobbly sideways kick. That's fair caught just past the 30. At the 31, Wilkins on back to receive that one. So the Yeomen they catch a break there. They're going to get the ball back just outside their own 30 and look to get a drive going here with 7:22 left in the first half. Maybe cut into this lead yet again or even tie it up.
Yeah, this is a big drive for Oberlin. If they can tie this football game up before halftime, they're going to be in a good position because DePauw gets the ball after half, and they don't want to give DePauw a chance to put 2 scores up at the start of the second half.
Exactly, and this is clearly not the Oberlin team from last year that went winless, as they're fighting hard today. So the first play for scrimmage of the drive goes nowhere. Might even be a loss of about 1 on the handoff. So a loss of about half a yard. They're not even going to give them 1. So as the Yeomen look to the sideline, for the play call. They come set here, 2 receivers on each side, and the running back to Taylor's left. Taylor takes the snap. He's looking, faces some pressure, but gets it off anyway. The pass is overthrown, and Brooks Hutt was right there with him on the coverage. The intended receiver there, number 80, Corey Fussinger.
Pressure there. Looks like it could have been number 90, Luther Hall, unless I'm not reading his number right, on the quarterback. Really forced an overthrow as the quarterback threw it off his back foot, trying to lead his receiver. Good job by the D-line of the Tigers to get in the head of the quarterback.
And now the Tigers look to give some pressure here on 3rd and long. As again, the Yeomen go with the same look. Taylor drops back, throws across middle. Pass falls incomplete, and the Tigers wanted a flag there for a hold. Not going to get it, but they force a 4th down and a 3 and out. So the Tigers defense stands tall on their first drive since giving up the big plays. So the Tigers offense is going to get the ball back as Hunt and Green are back deep to receive.
We'll see how Oberlin kicks the football now after their first punt was taken back, but that was against the wind. Now they have it on their side, so we'll see how that affects their special teams play.
And the wind has just been absolutely brutal, as we've been saying. We're not just saying it to talk. It has been a factor in this game, as you can tell so far. Now we got a timeout. And it's a timeout for the Tigers.
Head coach Bill Lynch does not look happy with his special teams play right now, taking his hat off and whipping it around. Something wasn't right out there, and that's why he had to burn his final timeout. They will be hearing about that at halftime for sure.
And the Tigers having to burn 2 timeouts in the first quarter. Then you hold on to this one as long as you can, but when personnel's not right or something's not looking the way you need it to, you got to burn it. Now the Tigers are out of timeouts here for the rest of the first half. That's 6.5 minutes left here in the first half. So the Yeomen on to punt from their own 30. It's a good snap. It's a high kick, end over end. This one's going to push Hunt back off his hands. He corrals it inside his own 10. He's going to pick it up and run it here. Gets to about the 20 and goes out of bounds.
A nice kick there, assisted by the wind. Hunt was not expecting it to go as far as it did, and he turned and tried to make sort of a very difficult catch. That's why it bounced off the top of his hands. Luckily, he was able to pick the ball up.
Bryant Walker, the freshman punter for the Yeomen, a good punt there as it pushed Hunt way back. And again, that's the effect of the wind, as his previous punts did not look anything like that. Going the other way as the Tigers are moving from left to right now on the field, and Haynes back in at quarterback. They're going to go with the 2 running back look. That looks like Deaton back there along with Henry. They got a receiver on each side, and it looks like Hagan is here on the near side. Haynes takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Deaton. Deaton's going to try to cut it up the middle, and he's going to get about 2, maybe 3. They're going to give him 2, so 2nd and 8 as we're approaching 6 minutes left here in the first half.
A concerted effort by DePauw to run the football here in the second quarter. I hate to keep bringing up the wind, but I think that might be a factor in the way they're playing the football game right now.
And especially with the inexperience in a quarterback right now with Haynes, just trying to get him in some work and some experience. So now he faces pressure, and Haynes is dropped. And Nick LaChapelle just got beat there.
Yeah, pocket awareness right now for DePauw's quarterback, freshman number 10, Cam Haynes, has not been there. He was sitting in the pocket, and he collapsed, and he does not recognize it until too late. Something that's going to come with experience, hopefully, for next year. But right now, it doesn't look like he'll be the guy.
So Solorzano on the sack. He just beat LaChapelle and got the big sack, and now Lasky checks in for this third 13 play, ball in the Tigers 17. So now Schnese and Henry check out of the game. They bring in 2 receivers. It looks like Sadler and Grizzard. So now some confusion. Lasky takes a snap, and it looks like we had some movement over there. It looks like that was Penry. So it was a delayed game instead of the false start. So move it back 5 more, and we got 3rd and 18.
DePauw looks flustered right now. The personnel issues have been obvious and so far, and that seems to be throwing them off their game.
Something they need to work on at the half. And now Lasky takes a snap. He's going to keep it and run. He's got a couple blocks. He cuts over here on the near side across the 20. Sheds a tackler. He's going to be corralled around there as he falls forward to about the 25. But they're going to say his forward progress was stopped around the 22. So, Tigers, nothing doing on offense there. They're going to punt it away again.
A big win there for Oberlin. Able to keep the quarterback in front of them, even though they were anticipating pass with a heavy receiver package. That can sometimes be dangerous on those quarterback runs and scrambles.
C goes back to punt. It's a good snap. Faces some pressure, but he gets it away. High end over end. And the Yeomen wave it off as they want to let it roll, and Good just downs it there at the Tigers 45. It's number 2, Devin Wilkins, back deep to receive, and he was just waving everybody off.
Yeah.
So, ball out to the 45 for the Yeomen with 3:57 left in the first half. A chance to tie this up going into half.
This is another big possession here for the Yeomen. They have the ball in DePauw territory, so really good field position for them here. If they can put a couple first downs together, they're likely to get some points at least, cutting this lead.
So the Tigers look to get some pressure again from that front 3 as they show pressure from the linebackers, and now they back out of it as the Yeomen look to the sideline for the play, and they have 3 receivers over on the far side, one here on the near, and a running back to Taylor's left. Taylor takes a snap. He's looking, faces pressure, throws towards the sideline, and that is incomplete. They're going to say he couldn't get a foot down. So, Hep was there on the defense, but a hole there in the Tigers' coverage, and he got lucky there that he fell out of bounds. So 2nd and 10 from the Tiger 45.
Yeah, Robbie Reinheimer, the receiver there for Oberlin, he made a nice catch, but the ball led him out of bounds, I think due to the pressure again that DePauw brought, causing Taylor to throw it a little wide.
Taylor facing pressure almost all day, it seems. Now he throws a screen on the far side. He gets a block, but then he's going to be dropped out of bounds. That was number 18. That was Gleason on the reception. This time the screen actually gets some positive yards, but only 3 as we're at about 3.5 minutes left here in the first half. And the Yeomen facing a 3rd and 7 as Brandon Gerke checks out of the game as Nate Orson comes in. You got Sansone on the other defensive end and a Sean Miller at nose for this play.
Big play here for the Yeomen. If they don't get this first down, you'd think they're going to be forced to punt, which would give DePauw another chance to run a 2-minute drill.
Taylor takes a snap. He faces pressure from Orson, and Orson drops him. So a big play there by the Tiger defense, forcing the sack, and Nate Orson just bull rushed his man back there, and Taylor didn't even know what hit him. So Nate Orson, another sack on the season. That's going to bring up 4th and long, and the Tigers are going to get the ball back, just like you said, with a chance to put some more points on the board going into half.
Now that the Tigers have the ball back, those timeout issues for DePauw really could become a factor here as the time is ticking down and a long field anticipated to go.
So a weird setup now for the Yeomen, but it's just going to be a normal punt, and Hunt's going to let it go right into, no. Oh, wow. And it turns into a heck of a punt as it was angling out of bounds. And it looked like it was going to be a touchback. And they're going to say it went out of bounds at the 7. It's going to be the 7 or the 8-yard line. So Tigers With 2:20 left, got to go almost 90 or over 90 yards for a score here.
Into the wind here for the Tigers. Not sure if they were anticipating this when they picked the side to defend on the coin flip. The Tigers won the flip and deferred and picked to defend the end with the wind first. So now they're forced to go into the wind on their 2-minute drill, which could be a problem causing.
So now Lasky, again, back in at quarterback. He's got 2 receivers on each side and Lopez to his right. Takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run far side, get across the 10. And that's about it. So a gain of 2. 2nd and 8 for the Tigers. So it might be that the Tigers are just looking to run out the clock here, as they are in no hurry right now to get moving as they look to the sideline for the play. And they have been for almost 20 seconds is what it seems like. As they come back set now. 3 receivers here on the near side. 1 over on the far. Lasky takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run far side. Get across the 10. To the 20. And knocked out of bounds. So a first down for the Tigers. Officially marked out at the 25. So a big run there by Jake Lasky. He had almost that whole side of the field, and he took it and ran with it and got about 15 out to the 25.
He made a good job of getting out of bounds to stop the clock now with the minute 32 still remaining in the half. 75 yards to go, but if they keep getting explosive plays like that, you could see them get some points on the board here and extend this lead.
And the Tigers, again, same look. 3 receivers here. 1 over on the far side. And we have a whistle. I would imagine this will be Oberlin's last time out. And it is. And it is. So with a minute and a half left, the Tigers looking to try and get some more points on the board. Oberlin calls a timeout. Ball at the Tiger 25, and the offense has been hit or miss, to say the least, so far for the Tigers. Defense has been playing strong so far. They've had the 1 drive with 2 big plays. But that's about it. So the offense really trying to look to help out the defense here, especially in the second half. And right now, with a minute and a half left in the first half, trying to get something on the board if they can.
Yeah, I think the offensive struggles for DePauw could be part of the shock value of losing their quarterback last week. It's hard to adjust after such a key part of your offense is taken out, but you'd expect them to make some in-game adjustments at halftime to hopefully help out with the problems that are happening right now.
Exactly, and now Lasky seems to have been the spark plug so far for the Tigers offense. Comes set here with 2 receivers. Here on the near side, 1 over on the far. He's going to hand it off. That's Lopez. Lopez is going to get out to about the 27. So gain of 2 as we're under a minute and a half left here at the first half.
It doesn't look like DePauw is making a concerted effort to get down the field, as again they're taking their time looking for the play over here on the sideline. But it seems like they're just hoping that maybe one of these runs is a breakaway, which could give them a chance.
Exactly. They're looking to go into the locker room, but if something big happens, they'll take it and try to run with it. But they are in no hurry to get this thing moving. Lasky in the gun. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Lopez. Lopez going to run up the middle, take a couple tacklers with him, get to the 34, and he's about a yard short of the first down, as we're now under 40 seconds left in the first half.
DePauw has to run one more play here at least before they take it into the half. And again, not in a hurry at all. It seems like they're just going to run the ball up the middle, which is what they've been doing so far.
So we're approaching 20 seconds here on the game clock. And Lasky, awaiting the snap, takes a snap, hands it off to Lopez again. Run right up the middle for a first down. Gain of about 3. So the clock will stop momentarily with 6 seconds, but that's going to do it for the first half. Tigers lead it 10-3 after the kickoff, but I honestly don't know who they're going to put in a quarterback there, but something needs to change as both are getting warmed up here on the sideline.
What it seems like to me is no matter who's in at quarterback, the running game is what DePauw has been focusing on, with 22 rushes and only 10 passes so far, which, I mean, makes sense. As you said, the quarterback play in the traditional sense has been lackluster, but when senior Lasky comes in to play quarterback, he is doing more of a running back role, as it appears. And that is working out pretty well for the Tigers, or better than at least Cam Haynes, in my opinion.
Yeah, Lasky definitely with a more open playbook, it seems, so far when he's in the game. And now Oberlin is going to receive second half kick, so a rarity in a game where the same team receives both kicks to open up the half. And as the cloud cover starts to come here, the wind is still brutal.
Not sure I've ever seen that before. DePauw deferred in the first half and decided to kick here. Trying to play the wind game, I think.
Either that or try to get some momentum on your side with a good stop by your defense, who's been playing outstanding so far, would be my only assumption up to this point on why they would defer and then decide to kick it away.
After another touchback, though, playing with the wind, kicker Nutter for DePauw sends that one a few yards out of the end zone, which is basically how it started in the first quarter. Hopefully, DePauw is thinking they can have another stop in Oberlin territory and get the ball back quickly.
Nutter, yes, like you said, another touchback. So they got two receivers now. Taylor takes the snap. He's going to hand it off, run up the middle, nothing doing, maybe a gain of 1. Check that. That looks like it may have been Rivers. No, that was Williams on the run. Either way, it was only a gain of about 1. So we'll go 2nd and 9 here for the Yeomen with 3 receivers here on the near side and a running back to Taylor's right. Taylor takes a snap. He's going to hand it off. Running up the middle is Williams, and he's going to get about 7.
Oh, flag.
And we got a
in
flag
here,
coming in.
Extracurricular activity in the secondary.
So a late flag coming in from what looks like the side judge over there, David Sheldon.
Number 18 for Oberlin was involved with one of the DePauw defensive backs, Ryan Gleason, for Oberlin, that is. Not sure.
Gleason ended up on the ground, but I don't know if it necessarily warrants a penalty. So it looks like maybe he didn't hear the whistle, but we'll check it. And they did wave it off. They said it was just a little bit of extra pushing and shoving, and no one heard the whistle. So it's going to bring up 3rd and about 1 for the Yeomen after the gain by Williams.
Williams has been a bright spot in this Oberlin offense in his past 5 or 10 carries here. He's been able to find a couple of nice holes and get 6-7 yards of carry.
He's a very aggressive runner, as now Taylor's going to hand it off to him again as he just lowers his shoulder and dives forward for a first down. So that'll move the chains. Ball out to the Yeomen, we'll call it the 38. So a first down now. And again, some more pushing and shoving by Rock Leffler and the receiver Gleason late in the play. Leffler wanted a flag. He's not going to get it. Because now there's 2 receivers here near side. Taylor takes a snap. He's looking far side, throws far side, pass complete, knocked out of bounds by Harry Bell. That was number 84, Trace McConnell, on the reception.
A good job by Taylor there to get the ball out quickly. DePauw ran a linebacker stunt blitz up the middle, and he just found his quick out route and had no problems getting the ball to him.
And Taylor found him on the sideline. A decent gain. We're going to give him 5 before Bell pushed him out. So now they got 2 receivers here on the near side, 1 on the far, and Taylor in the gun. Takes the snap. Tigers showing pressure. They're going to bring the pressure, and Williams is going to be dropped for a loss of about 2. So good play there by the Tigers' front 3, as it looked like Matt Mitch and Nate Orson got back there, and as Sean Miller held the pressure there right on the nose. So it's going to bring up 3rd and 6 now for the Yeomen offense. Three receivers here on the near side, one on the far, running back to Taylor's left. And Taylor now, and the entire offense, looks to the sideline for the play. This is a big 3rd and 6 now for both the Tiger defense and the Yeoman offense. Takes the snap. Looking, pressure. Throws here on the near side. Pass is incomplete, off the receiver's hands.
Pocket broke down fairly quickly there for Taylor, and as he scrambled out to the right and backwards, he kind of looked like he was almost throwing the ball away, but he had a man in the area who had a shot at it, but I don't know if he would have got the first down.
It would have been close, but I do believe he would have been a yard short had he made the reception. So the Tigers defense, after giving up the first down and some yards, they come up big and force the punt here. And Hunt again back deep to receive, and Green about 10 yards in front. So a low snap. Harris almost gets the block, but a kick is away, and Hunt takes it, and he's angling back here on the near side across the 25. Stiff arms one man and gets close to the 30, but he's forced out of bounds. They're going to say he was forced out at about the 27 or 28. We'll check that one.
A nice punt there into the wind. It seems to have died down maybe a little bit, not a significant amount for sure, but they weren't afraid to kick it to Hunt that time, as the ball got more air underneath it, which allowed the Yeoman to get down there in coverage.
So the Yeoman coming up big there, not allowing Hunt to get free and run down the sideline. And so now first down, Lasky at quarterback. Takes the handoff. He's going to hand it off to Lopez. Lopez runs here on the near side, makes a man miss, gets across the 35. It's right around the first down marker. They're going to give it to him. So a 10-yard gain by Lopez out to the Tiger 38. So that'll move the chains and a first down for the Tigers with 12 and a half minutes left here in the third quarter, as their opening drive of the second half seems to be promising so far. First down. Lasky takes the snap, hands it off to Lopez, running far side, cuts up the middle. He's going to get a few. So the Tigers move from right to left.
Again, there we see the emphasis on the run game here. Lopez with a couple of nice bursts there. The first one, he really did a good job with that juke move, and now he kind of went right into the pile and just got what he could, and turned out to be about 3 or 4.
Lasky in the gun, 3 receivers here on the near side. Lasky throws a bullet right away on the quick pass to Hunt, and Hunt makes the catch, gets across the 50 and a first down. So a bullet there from Lasky to Hunt. The first down for the Tigers is there in Oberlin territory. Ball at the Yeoman 49. So a big play there by the Tigers, and a good play by Hunt to hold on.
Hunt not happy there after the play. Seemed to be a little more pushing and shoving, maybe a late hit, but not called, and he asked the official for a call, but did not get it.
Lasky takes it. He's going to run up the middle after facing some pressure. He's going to be tripped up. He's going to get about 3. So he got what he could after seeing the pocket starting to collapse, and he's going to help the Tigers out in that sense, but not much doing on that play, as he got 2nd and 7 to come. Ball on the Oberlin 46.
That's another instance again of how senior Lasky has just shown better pocket awareness than his freshman counterpart, Cam Haynes.
Lasky takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Lopez. Lopez runs it up the middle. So he's going to get about 4 on that one, bringing up 3rd and 3.
The O-line for the Tigers is doing a good job of handling their defensive lineman counterparts and giving the one hole, making the linebackers make a tackle toward the secondary.
The O-line playing strong, especially with a couple guys out, and Jake Coe still recovering from a concussion, and Saunders, who did not get the start today. We do not know why, but we assume it is just a small injury. And Lasky keeps it himself, and he converts on the 3rd and short. So he gets about 5 out to the Oberlin 37.
Tigers are threatening here. If they can put a touchdown on the board and increase their lead to 14 points, Oberlin's really going to have to change up their game plan.
And the Tigers driving here, and again, they're not moving incredibly fast as we're used to seeing. Zlasky takes the handoff. He's got a man deep. That's Hunt in the back of the end zone. Caught! Touchdown, Tigers! So what a ball by Jake Lasky, the senior. He hit him with the play action, fakes the handoff, and just a beauty of a throw. Found Andy Hunt, and Hunt did the rest with the catch and making sure his feet were in bounds towards the back of the end zone. So a big play for the Tigers, and now they extend the lead, and that's what you wanted to see out of this offense. Their first real explosive drive of the day.
Yeah, beautiful play there. The play action got the safety to bite, and Hunt beat his man on the post route, and Lasky almost waited too long, putting the ball almost out of the back of the end zone, but again, Hunt making a nice catch, dragging his foot, getting the touchdown.
And the extra point is good, so the Tigers lead it 17-3 with 10 minutes remaining here in the third quarter. So the big explosive play puts 6 on the board for the Tigers. And you can't ask for a better start to the half so far if you're the Tigers coaching staff. You get a big stop defensively, and your offense finally starts to show some life here.
Yeah, a strong start for the Tigers. There's still a lot of game left for Oberlin to come back into this one, and they're not necessarily out of it, only down 2 scores. But it's also a lot of game left for the Tigers, and if they can keep up this offensive momentum, this game could get out of hand fairly quickly.
And Nutter back on to kick.
I'm going to take a guess here and say this one goes out of the back of the end zone.
That's a good guess, I'd say, as Nutter has not allowed a Oberlin receiver or return man to even touch the ball, as he's booted all of them out of the end zone. And we would expect much the same, as that one's again high end over end. And did that go through the uprights?
I think it might have. It was very close. If it didn't, it might have missed wide left, but it definitely had the distance.
So, like we said, Nutter puts it out of the end zone, and the Yeomen are going to go right back out to the 25. The defense looks to continue the trend, coming up big, as the Yeomen offense is they've just not had much going so far this afternoon. So Taylor talking it over with his running back. That's Rivers. He's got 3 receivers over on the far side, one here on the near. Takes a snap. He's going to keep it and run. Gets a block from Rivers, and he's going to dive forward at around the 35. They're going to mark him down at the 34.
Nice little quarterback draw there. We haven't seen much of that out of Oberlin. That's more DePauw style so far this game, and it kind of caught the Tigers off guard. A nifty little 9-yard run there.
Yeah, it's the only thing that seemed to work so far for Oberlin, and it seems like it's the first time they've ran it. So now, hand off to Rivers, and Rivers is going to get the first down out to the 35. He's going to get right there, so they're going to move the chains now. So first down for the Yeomen. Sansone, the sophomore out of St. Louis, with the tackle. And now Yeomen look to the sideline for the play. So 2 receivers on each side, running back to Taylor's right. Taylor takes a snap, throws a screen far side. We're caught by Gleason, and Gleason's going to try to get something. He's got nothing. They might give him a yard, as he is still on the ground over there. And we got a whistle here for the injury. That was Gleason on the reception, and he is down over there.
He appears to be holding his head. He did get hit by a couple of guys. Perhaps somebody got him high, and maybe he's experienced some dizziness, concussion symptoms. Hopefully nothing too serious.
No, he tried to make something out of nothing, and he couldn't get much. And like you said, a group of Tigers were over there to hurry. Hopefully it's nothing too bad. It doesn't seem like it is. He's up now and walking off under his own power. So maybe he just got the wind knocked out of him. But it looks like he will be able to return to the game. He's taking his helmet off now. And
seems like he just needed a little bit of fresh air there. So he put it back on as soon as he took it off, just a readjustment maybe. A little shaken up, but I expect to see him back in a play or two.
Nothing too serious. And now we've got second and they'll call it 9 for Oberlin. Ball at their own 36. Taylor takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Rivers, and Rivers is taken down right around the original line of scrimmage. So they're going to call it 3rd and 10 now.
Chant.
Nicholson again on the stop there.
Good play there by Nicholson. He came off the edge and he avoided the pulling guard in order en route to making that tackle. Really, Oberlin had nowhere to go on that play. DePauw just ate it up. Solid defense there.
And now we got someone coming out here. That is number 7, David Corey.
He's bleeding on his forearm there. Must have got a face mask, just a little scrape. He doesn't seem too in pain, more irritated that he has to come out of the game.
Yeah, Corey is second game back after injury and playing a lot better today than he did so last week against Ohio Wesleyan. Now the Yeomen look to the sideline for the play. They got 3 receivers here on the near side, 1 over on the far. Taylor in the gun takes the snap. He's looking, faces some pressure, throws across the middle, pass complete across the 50, and taken down at the Tiger 45. That was number 3, Robbie Reinheimer. So he came up big there for the Yeomen.
A real nice play for Oberlin there. DePauw's D-line was doing a lot of shifting and dancing around, trying to confuse the offense, but they weren't having it. They handled their blocks and gave their quarterback time to find his man who found a hole in the zone there, giving them the first down.
A good job by Taylor, too, to step up in the pocket and not try to run and get free right away. So now Taylor, he's going to hand it off.
Flag flies on the hard side.
And yes, a flag over on the far side might be encroachment, and it looks like it is. We'll check with the official, Tomlin. It is offsides. So the Yeomen catch a break there. That's going to bring up 1st and 5. Ball on the Tiger 40, and they got 4 receiver look, 2 on each side. Now they look to the sideline for the play. Again, as the clouds start to move in, we were expecting rain at the very end of the game is what it might look like. Hopefully we can stay dry and get this thing wrapped up. Taylor takes a snap, throws a screen far side across the 40. And it looks like Gleason again back in the game after going out earlier. He's got a first down and about a couple more. Ball out to the Tigers, we'll call it 34. So first down for the Yeomen as they seem to be putting a little bit of a drive together here. But you got to think they want 6 and not 3 this time around.
This is one of their first or second successful bubble screens. Looked like the DePauw secondary was playing more off the receivers, giving them some room to make a move.
Now Taylor takes a snap, throws, he's got a man across the middle, pass just falls incomplete. And I believe that was Corey on the coverage, so pass overthrown, falls incomplete. We got 2nd and 10 coming up for Oberlin with 6:16 left to play here in the 3rd.
A little bit of pressure on that pass. Not sure if it affected the throw very much. Seemed like he just thought Gleason, their intended receiver, might have been doing a couple yards deeper route and overthrew him.
So now 3 receivers here on the near side for Taylor. Takes the snap, facing some pressure. He's going to keep it. He's going to run far side, picks up a couple blocks. He's going to be forced out around the 30. So Matt Krupe forces him out of bounds.
DePauw, defensive coordinator, up here sitting next to us in the booth, not happy with that play. The defense lost contain there, and that's what he seemed to be, might have been an emphasis at halftime that was not followed through on there.
So 3rd and 7 now for the Tiger defense trying to get off the field. 3 receivers here on the near side. Taylor takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Williams. No, he's going to keep it, and he's going to be dropped. Zach Williams drops him behind the line of scrimmage, a loss of about 2. So Zach Williams comes up big there for the Tigers, forcing a 4th and 9 now. And looks like Oberlin is going to stay on the field.
They're in that odd area of the field where you can't really punt the football and you can't make the field goal either. So all they really can do here is try and get this first. But it's not going to be easy. 9 yards to go.
Wonder if they might take a delay of game, give their punter some room, as we're at 5 left on the play clock. Taylor takes the snap. He's looking, throws across the middle. He's got a man, knocked away, and it looked like that was Rocky Leffler, the senior captain, on the coverage, coming up big on the deflection. So a pass falls incomplete. Turnover on downs. The Tigers are going to get it at their own 33-yard line.
Huge energy surge there for the Tigers, after that 4th down stop. That's always a big momentum changer. And Oberlin had been driving, but now, you kind of screw up on 4th down there, and you deflated as a football team.
Yeah, like you said, a big drive that looked pretty promising if you're the Yeoman turns into 0 points. And now the Tigers offense back onto the field with Lasky at quarterback yet again. And this offense is starting to show some signs of life here at the start. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run right up the middle, bounce around a little bit, make a couple men miss. He's going to get out to the 39. So it's going to bring up 2nd and about 4 as we're at 5 minutes left here in the 3rd quarter. Tigers leading at 17-3. So now the Tigers come out with a 4-receiver look, and Lopez to Lasky's left. 2 receivers each side. Lasky takes a snap, looks for the quick throw to Hagan, complete. So Hagan corrals that one in again too. So a good catch there by Jake Hagan, the senior captain, out to the 45 and a 1st down for the Tigers.
A couple nice catches so far for Hagan, with the ball going up over his head and him contorting his body in the air to make sure he can corral it before he gets hit.
So now Lasky takes the snap, hands it off to Lopez. Lopez tried to find something up the middle. He's got nothing. They might give him 1 yard. It's going to bring up 2nd and 9.
Lopez slow to get up.
Yeah.
He is staying down. Another whistle for injury here.
He's limping gingerly. He should be all right. He'll sit out a couple plays, but I'd imagine he'd come back in here shortly.
Motion to his chest as he was walking toward the trainer. Not sure what that's about. Perhaps he just got hit in the neck, and that is not fun, but hopefully it's nothing too serious.
Hopefully it's just like we said, the wind got knocked out of him and nothing in the shoulder or anything like that. Lasky takes a snap, throws across the middle, passes complete to Logan Green, the sophomore. So a diving completion there by Green makes it 3rd and 2 to come for the Tigers. Ball inside the Oberlin side of the 50-yard line, so we'll call it the 47. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. That's Cleveland, and Cleveland is going to be dropped right around the line of scrimmage. The initial hit was behind the line of scrimmage. He may have gotten back. So it is going to bring up 4th down as the punting unit comes on.
DePauw, if they do punt and don't fake this thing, they have the win at their backs. Maybe, I would assume they're trying to play the field position game and pin Oberlin inside its 10 if they can.
As Seago comes on, that's I would imagine too, is with a 14-point lead, you can afford to play field position right now. So a good snap. Seago gets it off, angling over the far side. It's going to bounce at the 10 and roll out at about the 8. So a good punt by Hunter Seago.
Beautiful punt there. Perfect spiral on the football. Exactly what the punting coaches teach them. And it just took its angled bounce right out of bounds. No chance for a return. And that is exactly what the Tigers were looking for.
So they're going to officially mark it out at the Oberlin 7. So Seago The punt there pins them inside the 10. Now the Yeomen have to go to work if they want to get some points on the board. But this Tiger defense has been playing strong here in the second half in all game. So Taylor now leads his team back out onto the field. He's got two receivers here on the near side, one on the far. He's got a running back to his left. Tiger showing some pressure. That's Williams, and Williams comes with the pressure. And it's a handoff to Williams, and Williams is dropped right at the line of scrimmage. Chuck Williams, the ball carrier on that one.
Tigers came with a safety blitz there out of the middle, and they really were ready for that run. They were not fooled at all, and I think they're expecting Oberlin to just run the football down here near their own end zone.
As we're under 2.5 minutes left to play here in the third. Taylor takes the snap, and he's going to be dropped. Right, big loss there, a loss of about 5. As it was a weird play there, as it looked like he just got shoved to the ground over there by the Tiger defender who was being blocked. So they're going to say his elbow was down, as it looks like he didn't go all the way down. So now with third and about 13 to come here, the Tigers leading 17-3 with under 2 minutes left here in the third quarter. Let's see if the defense can pin their ears back here. Ball on the Oberlin 3. Taylor takes a snap. He's looking, faces pressure, and he's going to be dropped. Safety for the Tigers. I believe that was Harry Bell on the pressure. So a safety there for the Tigers, and Harry Bell got in there untouched and just took Taylor down with him. So 19-3 now for the Tigers.
Huge play for the Tigers. If they didn't have the momentum already, they do now. Their sideline is pumped up, screaming and hollering, and this stadium is starting to get a little rowdy.
Yeah, they are rolling right now here in this third quarter as we're about to move into the fourth. So Harry Bell comes in untouched, gives Taylor a little bow afterwards, saying thank you very much. The Tigers are going to get the ball here after the safety and look to extend on the 16-point lead and try to get the offense going again after they scored on the big play from Lasky to Hunt. But after that, they had to punt it away shortly after maybe gaining 1 first down.
For Oberlin now, you're starting to get a little nervous here. If DePauw can put this ball in the end zone or through the uprights, we're looking at a 3-score game. And the way your offense has been playing, I'm not sure that they can come back from that.
Yeah, the Tigers, they've got to smell blood in the water. And they got to go for the kill shot here, you would imagine, is with 1.5 minutes left. Oberlin on to kick after the safety. And the kick, angling far side to Will Harris, taking it at his own 25, comes across the 35, follows his blockers and gets across the 40, marked down around the 42.
Good starting field position for the Tigers. 42, so they only got less than 60 yards to go, and that's shorter than what they went on their last scoring drive. I wouldn't be surprised to see them do that slow, methodical pace again, get a couple first downs, and then take a shot.
It seems like, of all things, slowing it down has been the key for the Tigers offensively. Not to go too quick, not to force things that aren't there, but to just get behind your line, your offensive line, and just run the ball and trust that they'll get you to where you need to go. So Haynes has been absent so far in the second half as Lasky comes in at quarterback, takes a snap. He's looking to throw, throws deep over the middle. He's got a man and he overthrows him. The intended receiver was Logan Green, the defender Jabri Hassan on the coverage, and we got a flag, so we'll check that. That's right around the line of scrimmage. Might be illegal hands to the face.
Also a flag flew up in the secondary. Wind blew it out of bounds, but it's still a flag, so we'll see what that was too.
So the officials meeting I would imagine this one at the line of scrimmage would be hands to the face as a defender lost his helmet, one of the defensive linemen. So, a lot of penalties. No movement of the ball, though, as we had offsetting face mask penalties and then a sideline warning on the Yeoman. So, the ball stays where it's at, and we'll replay first down. We got 1st and 10. Ball at the Tiger 42. Lasky takes a snap, throws over far side on the rollout to Hagan. Complete, and Hagan's got about 4.
Another flag now coming down toward the end of the play where there was a lineman for DePauw that seemed to be upset. He was on the ground. Not sure what happened, but Lasky took a nice hit when he made that throw, but he delivered.
Yeah, Lasky staying strong there, knowing he's going to take a shot. He got the pass off to Hagan, and Hagan corralled it in. So 66, that's Anthony Allen. He gets the 15-yard penalty, so the Tigers catch a break there. And things are starting to get a little chippy as we near the start of the 4th quarter. We got about a minute left here in the 3rd. And Lasky at the gun. 5 receiver look. He's got 3 over here on the near side and 2 on the far. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to try to run. He comes over here on the near side, sheds a tackler. And he's taken down by a couple of Yeomen. And he gets across into the Yeoman, inside the Yeoman 35 to the 34. So now the Tigers will have 2nd and 5 as we're under 30 seconds left here in the 3rd quarter. And the Tigers do not have to run and play if they don't want to. And it looks like Bill Lynch is content with going into the 4th quarter with the score at 19-3. So that's going to do it here for the 3rd quarter as the clock winds down. Tigers leading at 19-3. We're going to step aside, and when we come back, we'll have the 4th quarter. So the Tigers leading at 19-3. I'm Tyler Rosen. You're listening to WGRE 91.5, your home for Tiger Athletics.
DePauw Tiger football on WGRE.
All right, Pete, I'll give you a countdown. It'll just be easier. When they start coming out, I'll give you one.
DePauw Tiger football on WGRE.
All right, I'll give you one right now. All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Welcome back, Tiger fans. We're about ready to start the 4th quarter. I'm Tyler Rosen alongside me, Carson Mara. On Old Gold weekend, the Tigers lead at 19-3 right now, and they're driving, looking to extend the lead after coming up big on defense. And the Tigers facing a 2nd and 5. Ball on the Oberlin 34. And this is going to be the first play of the 4th quarter. Tigers come out in a 3 receiver look, 2 here on the near. And we got to reset the play clock yet again.
A lot of issues with the play clock today. Kind of annoying if you're going to be a player out there on the field. Just wanting to get at it, but you got to wait for the officials to get their jobs done.
And it's been causing some confusion and personnel issues, as it seemed, for both teams early on. You know, Lasky's going to take the handoff. Or he's going to take the snap and hand it off to Cleveland.
More extracurricular activity down here. A lot of yelling.
Looks like Nick LaChapelle was getting involved there. It looked like he was just finishing his block. And then number 30 looked like Devin White took offense to it. Tried to give him a little shove there at the end. No flags this time. But Tigers are going to have to be careful. As now they come in with the big boy package. 3rd and about 2. Ball at the Oberlin 31. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Cleveland. Cleveland running far side. He's just going to lower his shoulder and get what he can, and he's got the first down almost to the Oberlin 25. They're going to mark him at the 26. So big, hard run there by Cleveland to get the first down and extend the drive on the 3rd and short conversion.
A good job there at Cleveland. Not trying to be too flashy, just knowing where the sticks are and putting his shoulder down. You don't have to get a touchdown every time. You just got to get your job done.
Lasky takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He fakes the handoff to Cleveland. He's going to run right up the middle. He's going to get about 5. We'll call it out to the 21, and we got a flag coming in from the back judge there.
Perhaps another post-play activity going down there. There was a nice block. I think that was finished. Maybe that was taken offense to by the officials, but let's see what they have to say.
So that was Bennett Jackson with the face mask. So a 15-yard penalty, an automatic first down for the Tigers, and it would be half the distance. So ball at the 10. So 1st and goal to go, unless they're going to put it at the 11.
Looks like it's just outside the 10-yard line. Not 11 yards for sure, but you can get a first down if you go just touch the goal line.
So Lasky takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Cleveland. Cleveland's going to get about 1. And another flag. This is getting a little out of hand here, as Dan Lockey was not happy about something over there.
I think Thomas Cunningham, offensive lineman for DePauw, was involved with someone, one of the D linemen of the Yeoman, and some legs were flared, and I'm not sure exactly what happened.
Personal foul, number 34 of the defense. Kicking the opponent, 34 has been disqualified from the tackle. Penalty will be enforced after the first down.
So Bennett, back-to-back plays. Bennett Jackson, he's gone as he was caught kicking a DePauw Tiger. So that's his 2nd personal foul. He's been ejected.
You know, not something you want to see in athletics anywhere. It's just not very classy. I understand emotions and tensions run high, and these guys care a lot about what's going on, but you never want to kick somebody.
There's just no room for that in any sport. Now Lasky's going to take it off, hand it off to Cleveland. And Cleveland's going to fight forward for about 2. So it's going to bring up 2nd and goal. Now Cam Haynes checks in for the first time in the second half.
Interesting spot to put him in, the ball down at the 3-yard line. I'm not sure what the coach's thought process is here, but it's pretty apparent that there is a plan, the reason that he's going in.
So Haynes, he's got 2 running backs, 1 on each side. Takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Cleveland. Cleveland's going to turn forward. He's going to get a push. He's going to get right around that goal line. Let's see.
Short of the goal line.
They're going to give him to the 1. So stop short. And we got a stop in the clock.
Helmet came off for a Yeoman D lineman, looks like. So he'll have to come out of the game.
We'll have to leave for a play. Now we got 3rd and goal from the 1. So the Tigers looking to the sideline for the play.
3rd and goal for the Tigers.
Haynes in the gun. He's got Cleveland to his left, Henry to his right. The Yeoman showing pressure. He's going to hand it off to Henry. Henry runs. He's going to fight forward, get around the goal line. He's going to be stopped short.
Short of the goal line.
This is looking like a strong defensive showing here from Oberlin. DePauw needs to get a score in here to really seal the deal and put this game in a far stretch for Oberlin to win.
And it looks like they're going to keep the offense out there. They're going to keep the youngster Haynes out there, try to finish off this drive. As they get the play, they come set, switch up the running backs. Hagan over all alone on the far side. Ball on the 2-yard line. 4th and goal to go. Haynes takes the snap, throws across the middle to Hagan. Passes. Complete. Touchdown Tigers. Cam Haynes, his first career touchdown pass for the Tigers, and he finds Hagan on the quick slant into the end zone. So a touchdown Tigers, and congratulations to Cam Haynes, his first career touchdown pass. So a big play by the Tigers extends the lead out to 22 with the extra point to come, and a big drive for the Tigers, as we said they need here. And like we said, it was slow and methodical. They took over with about 2 minutes left, and now we got 11:18 remaining in the game, so not the longest drive they've had, but long enough. It takes a decent amount of clock off. Kick is up. Kick is good. So the lead out to 23, and another flag comes in. And check this one.
Oh, my. You know, this is getting ridiculous, I think. These guys they're adults out there playing this game, and you got to think that if they keep fighting with each other, there's going to be consequences.
This is... So that is Nick LaChapelle. He committed that personal foul for the Tigers. So that's going to be assessed on the kickoff. And if you're the Tigers, you're up 23 with 11:18. Your defense is playing outstanding. The way your offense has picked it up here in the second half, you just got to play smart to finish out the game. Don't get complacent in the sense where you're not playing hard, but you can't be committing penalties after the play when you're up by this much and you have so much left to play for in the season. It's just stupid, and it's not important.
That penalty could play a big factor here to give Oberlin a chance to get back into this game. The kickoff now going into the wind, Nutter's first kick going into the wind today, and he's going to take it from the 20-yard line instead of the 35. They're just giving Oberlin here a chance to maybe get some great field position or a big return.
So Nutter, we would normally say, would probably put it in the back of the end zone, but with a 15-yard difference here going into the wind, it might be a little difficult after the penalty. And again, as Seago is on to hold. So Nutter takes his steps. The Yeomen got 2 back deep to receive at around their own, in between their 25 and 30. And Nutter comes set. And he just gives it a little squib kick. Take it at the 40, run right up the middle, across the 50s. Wow, so just a lane right up the middle. That was number 40, Brendan Mapes, on the return. Took it at the 40 and just ran straight up the middle and was taken down at the Tiger 35. So a 25-yard return there, and now Oberlin has got clearly their best field position of the day.
You know, if you're Oberlin here, you're looking for a quick score to get that touchdown that DePauw just scored off the books, essentially. The idea of the squib kick is not a bad one, but DePauw's execution was lackluster there, and it really helps out Oberlin.
So Taylor takes a snap, throws here, across the middle, wide open, complete, and a big hit there. I believe that was Seago on the hit. Robbie Reinheimer on the reception. So he's down there. He tried to get up, and he's in a lot of pain there as Seago just took him out from below and flipped him.
Yeah.
By all means, illegal hit. It just, you hate to see him land the way he did and be in so much pain there.
He grabbed his knee right when he went down. Like you said, he tried to get up and he put a little bit of pressure on it and he couldn't handle it. Hopefully this looks worse than it is, but it's a tough thing to see for sure.
We'll see. He gets up. He's able to limp off the field. Might be the end of his day. We'll see. As he's starting to jog a little bit. Maybe a stinger over there.
Reinheimer's made some nice plays. He's not necessarily a small piece of Oberlin's offensive passing game for sure. So if he is done for the day, doesn't look like he will be as he's jogging around on the sideline trying to get back into it. But if he is done, that could be a big
loss for the Yeoman there. As Taylor comes set, takes the snap, he's going to hand it off to, I believe that was Williams, and Williams is just going to be stuffed. About a loss of 1. So nothing doing there.
Yeah,
and now Tigers forcing a 2nd and 11.
Williams ran into a wall there. No hole opened up. He just ran right into the back of his own offensive lineman is what it seemed like. Nothing doing.
So now Taylor, 2 receivers over on the far side. Tigers showing pressure. Taylor takes the snap, looks, throws, end zone, passes, almost intercepted. So it looked like that was Rocky Leffler yet again. In and out of his hands. So the pass was just way overthrown. So Rock Leffler almost had an interception there, but it falls incomplete, bringing up 3rd and long, 3rd and 11 with 10:15 remaining in the ballgame. Again, 3 receiver look on the far side, 1 here on the near. Taylor takes the snap, throws, pass complete to the 10, inside the 10, to the 9. So it's going to bring up about 4th and 3. Colin Cassidy on the tackle. 4th and 4. The Yeoman offense still on the field.
Update, Reinheimer is back down on the field here on the near side, split out wide, so it looks like he is okay.
Good to see him back out onto the field as Taylor takes the snap, throws, quick throw back to the end zone, and it is caught. They get the foot down, he did. Touchdown, Yeoman. So a good ball by Taylor. Finds number 80, Corey Fussinger, in the back of the end zone for a touchdown. As Oberlin cuts into the Tiger lead and the extra point to come. With 9:39 remaining here in the 4th quarter.
Very quick drive there, helped in large part due to the field possession game. Only just over a minute and a half, maybe, of time taken up. Big play for Oberlin there to put that ball in the end zone, and a great job holding onto the football by Sussinger.
And the extra point is good. So, the Tigers lead back down to 16. And the offense is going to need another drive like they had last time to just take time off the clock and get some sort of points on the board and look to put this game on ice. They're going to have to receive here. The offense looked good last drive, slow and methodical. Like we said, that seems to be the key for this offense so far today.
It'll be interesting to see who they bring out at quarterback. Lasky has been doing most of the work this half, but they did bring in Haynes right down near the goal line to get him his first touchdown last drive. So we'll see who they start off the drive with here and if they make another switch. Looks like DePauw is preparing for an onside, maybe? They got a lot of guys up near the front of the ball, or the front of the formation, the kick return.
They do, and I don't know, with 9 minutes and 39 seconds left, it might be a little early, but again, you are down technically 2 possessions, but we'll check and see. And it is just a normal kick, and Harris is going to let this go out of the end zone for a touchback. So good boot there. And the ball comes out to the Tiger 25. That's where they're going to start this drive and look to get some points back after what was a rough drive defensively, but given the short field, the Yeoman just took advantage. He found Fussinger in the back of the end zone. And a big score there cuts the lead to 16. And now Lasky back out at the quarterback position. He's got 4 receivers, 2 on each side. That looks like Lopez to his left. Lasky takes a snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run forward for a gain of 3. I'm sorry, that was not Lopez back there. That was Deaton. So a gain of about 3, we'll call it. So 2nd and 7 as we're approaching 9 minutes left here in the 4th quarter.
I anticipate a lot of running from DePauw, as it was successful on their last drive, and also they want to keep this clock ticking as much as they can to keep Oberlin's chances diminishing as we near the end of this game.
And the Tigers are going to need more than some 3-yard gains, but again, they have slowed things down. So Lasky takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Deaton. Deaton's going to truck forward for about 2, maybe 3. We'll see if they give it to him.
That'll become a big 3rd down here for if you're an Oberlin fan. You need to stop here to give your team a chance to have a punt caught into the wind, give maybe midfield position here, which would be very good if you're a Yeoman.
So the Tigers, big 3rd and 5 to come, ball at their own 30. And we have a whistle. It's going to be a timeout, Oberlin. So they're going to make the Tigers think about what they want to do. This is a big play for both teams with 8:16 remaining here in the 4th quarter. Tigers 3rd and 5. They got to convert. They want to keep this drive going. If you're the Yeoman, need a big stop, and you're probably going to get decent field position. If you get a stop here on 3rd and force the punt, and you got yourself a chance to cut into this lead and make it an 8-point lead at the best case scenario. But you got to get this 3rd down underway first. And if you're the Tigers, what are you expecting here?
If you're the Tigers, I think you're expecting some linebacker pressure up the middle, because you've been running the ball a little bit, which could, in theory, leave the middle of the field open for a quick pass or some play action if DePauw wants to go that route. I'm not sure what they'll do here, but it's definitely an important play, and I'm curious to see what they're going to try.
As they come back out onto the field now, Tigers go with the 4-receiver look, 2 on each side. Got Grizzard here on the near side on a 1-on-1 matchup. Look for maybe an isolation over here. And Deaton in at running back. Lasky moves him over to his left. He takes the snap. He's going to keep it. He's going to run. He's going to shed a tackler. He's going to get close to that 1st down marker. He may have got some help over by the far official. He got close. We'll see if they measure this one.
I think they are here. They're stopping the clock. Oh, injured player. That's why they stopped. It's not for a measurement. Who?
I believe that was number 91. No, maybe not. I couldn't get a number on that one.
Looks like an D lineman for the Oberlin College Yeoman.
I believe that's Justin Godfrey, number 97. He's down right there. Shaken up. Training staff over there with him.
Not sure what happened there. I think he was in on the tackle. Must have got twisted around in a way that maybe you're not supposed to be twisted around in. Looks like they're touching his neck here. Hopefully it's nothing serious, but he is sitting up now and getting up, which is a good sign.
And he's off under his own power. So hopefully he can come back into the game. Nothing too serious there, but they did give Lasky the first down. They're going to say he got there. So a big pickup there by Lasky after making a couple men miss and breaking a tackle or two, getting right around that first down marker.
Lasky really used second effort there to get the first down. As you said, he was wrapped up far short of the yard to gain, but he's a fighter, and he's showing it. You know, he wants this win.
And Lasky, like you said, showing the effort that you need to see if you're on this offense from the quarterback, knowing that if he's going to work to get it, that we're all going to work to get there. So Lasky coming up big, and again, Tigers taking their time, just trying to milk the clock as much as they can. Now they start to make their adjustments. So they bring in a couple receivers. They got 4 still, and Deaton's still in the backfield. As Lasky awaits the snap, he's going to take the snap, fake the handoff to Deaton. He's going to keep it, try to run up the middle. Nothing doing, cuts back, and he's going to get a few. Dan Lockey finishing his block all the way, as he was sure not to get a penalty by throwing him onto the ground. So a gain of 4, bringing up 2nd and 6 as we're approaching 7 minutes left.
67 for DePauw. Looks like Thomas Cunningham lost his helmet there, so he's coming out for a play or two, and we'll see how the O-line adjusts.
Looks like Andrew Fallon may have checked in there. And now the handoff to Deaton. Deaton breaks a couple tackles, bounces outside, gets across the 45, and a first down for the Tigers. So Deaton looked like he was wrapped up at the line of scrimmage, broke a couple tackles, bounced it outside, and got 7 for a Tiger first down out to their own 46-yard line.
Yeah, Deaton runs into a mob there, and you think he's swallowed up, and then he just pops out around the outside, and all of a sudden he's got a little bit of running room.
For all you Division I college football fans out there, it has just gone final, and Iowa State has knocked off the number 3 ranked Oklahoma Sooners in Norman, a final 38-31. As Lasky takes the snap here, and he hands it off to Deaton. Deaton gets about 2 to about the Tiger 48.
Shocking upset there in Division I. Oklahoma going down. I believe that Iowa State was either 1-35 or 0-36 versus top 5 teams all time, and they proved the skeptics wrong today.
So the party has already started in Ames, Iowa. A big win there. And another Big 12 news, Texas Tech leads Kansas 55-19. So the struggles in Lawrence continue. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to hand it off. Deaton cuts up the middle, and he's going to get to the Oberlin side of the 50, inside their 40. Going to officially mark him down at the Oberlin 39. So a big gain there by Deaton. Now Fallon checks out as Cunningham comes back into the game.
Big gaping hole there around the right side. The O-line did a really good job of just opening it up and getting to the second level, letting Deaton get in. As Oberlin takes a timeout there, Deaton had found his way into the secondary before he would met anyone, and that's a good run for DePauw.
So Deaton, the big gain. Offensive line creating holes, and we're at 5:12 left in the fourth quarter. Tigers leading by 16, trying to get some points on the board here late to try to seal the deal here on Old Gold weekend, as they lead at 26-10. In other scores around Division I, Miami of Ohio leads Bowling Green 13-10. And Clemson finished off Wake Forest 28-14. With more games to come this afternoon.
Here at Old Gold weekend, Oberlin is getting kind of nervous now, you'd think. Just over 5 minutes remaining, and they're down to their last timeout after that one. As we get back into the action, we'll have to, you got to think Oberlin needs this stop on this drive.
Yeah, Oberlin needs to come up big here if they want any chance of coming back into this game, as they're down 16. So two touchdowns and two-point conversions are going to help you, but it's a lofty goal with the way they've been playing. So a couple Tigers go flying to the turf there. One of them is Thomas Cunningham after the 2-yard gain by, I believe that's Weber out there. Number 21, Jake Weber. He and Cleveland, very similar body types, just bowling balls back there at the running back position. So now, again, the Tigers slowing things down, looking to the sideline, making sure everything is how they want it as we approach 4.5 left here in the fourth quarter. Lasky takes the snap. He's going to hand it off to Weber. Weber runs here on the near side, breaks a tackle, and he's got a first down inside the Oberlin 30 to the Oberlin 26. So a big gain for the Tigers and Jake Weber. And it'll move the chains and eat more clock here after they set the chains.
Oberlin tried to blitz right out of the secondary. Cornerback says safety blitz off the side, and DePauw ran right into it, and they just found the seam. Sometimes blitzing on run plays is very dicey, because if you get that one hole, no one is behind them to fill.
Weber found his lane and he stuck with it. And he got a big gain, and now Lasky's going to hand it right back off to Weber. Weber just running it right up the middle. He's going to get 2, as we're under 4 minutes now left in the game. Allen on the stop for Oberlin. And now Logan Green checks in for Andy Hunt at receiver. So, very methodical right now. Like we say, this is not what we're used to seeing from the Tigers, who like to get up and go, as they're just slowing things down here, just making sure that they can put this game away. As Lasky takes a snap, hands it off to Weber. Weber's going to run up the middle and get close to the 20. They're going to mark him down at the 21. So 3rd and 5 to come for the Tigers offense.
A nice patient run there by Weber, keeping his hand on his lead blocker's back and just following him wherever he can go. But as you said, the methodicalness, or the slow, methodical pace the Tigers are playing at right now is really helping them. It could have something to do with the loss of quarterback Labus last week, needing to change up the pace and just make sure the offense can get the job done.
Yeah, right you are. With only a week to prepare, it was tough to get into the same rhythm without your starter, and now Lasky's going to keep it. He's going to run up the middle and get across the 15 for a first down. Inside the 15, marked out at the 14. So first down, a good pickup there for Lasky and the Tigers offense on 3rd down. So we're approaching 2 minutes here in the fourth quarter. The Tigers look like they're going to move to 5-0. Let's not get ahead of ourselves just yet.
Oberlin is saving their last timeout here, hopefully, probably thinking that they need it on offense when they can use it. But right now, it's looking almost impossible, especially if DePauw gets in the end zone.
Now Lasky takes a step, hands off to Weber, but we got a flag here, so we'll check that. So a false start there by the Tigers. So I'll push them back 5 as we're under 2 minutes left to play. Ball back out to the 19-yard line. And we'll do it all over again, 1st and 15, as the Tigers get the play from the sideline. Lasky takes a snap, hands it off to Weber. Weber runs up the middle for about 1. So, someone is slow to get up there. It looks like a Tiger offensive lineman. And hopefully it's just a cramp but it is a lower body injury as he looks to be grasping either his calf or his knee. I can't tell. Let's hope it's the calf.
Please reset the game clock to 1:46 and we'll start on my signal.
The clock didn't run on that last play. After the false start, it stopped. And just a simple timing error. The officials took care of it. Hopefully, as you said, it is just a cramp. It's pretty hot out here in the 80s still, even though it is October now. Hopefully that's all it is. You just got to stay hydrated.
Trying to read a number on that. And I believe that might be Jonathan Brugman there, the senior. I believe it is. Jonathan Brugman, the senior out of Virginia. He was the one that went down there.
He's getting helped off the field.
Yeah, he's got two people helping him off, but he's putting some weight on that leg. So
seems to be mostly on his own power.
Yeah.
Just there for extra support. Hopefully it's nothing serious.
Right. Hopefully it's just a cramp here as it is a warm day. He's been on the field a lot as we're approaching a minute and a half left here. And it's 2nd and 13 for the Tiger offense. Lasky, 2 receivers here on the near side. Takes a snap. He's going to hand it off to Weber. Weber's going to run up the middle, fall forward to the 15. So, you got 3rd and 11, maybe 10, to come here as we're under a minute, and a timeout taken by Oberlin with 59 seconds left.
Not sure I understand Oberlin's idea to wait there to take the timeout, as they let 10 to 15 seconds run off the clock before they used it. But at this point, it doesn't really matter.
Does not matter, and we'll start looking ahead a little bit here as the Tigers lead it 26-10 with 59 seconds remaining here on Old Gold weekend. So the Tigers, they're going to move to 5-0, 4-0 in conference, and these next 2 weeks are huge for the Tigers and their goals for the season, which include a conference championship. They go on the road and travel at Denison, a team that has lost 1 game this season. And they sit at technically 4th in the conference, but they are behind 3 undefeated teams, which include the DePauw Tigers, Wabash Little Giants, and obviously Wittenberg. Wittenberg ranked in the top 15. So the Tigers will travel to Denison. That'll be just before fall break. Then they'll have a week to prepare with no classes for Wittenberg, who is definitely the class of the conference. And then they'll take Allegheny at home and travel at Kenyon. And then after that, the big one against Wabash, which needs no introduction. As Lasky comes back out onto the field, takes a snap, hands it off to Weber, and Weber gets a gain of about 6 there. So inside the 10, Tigers are going to let the clock run about as low as they can, and they'll probably take a timeout of their own.
Yeah, I'd assume they'll take a timeout here, and not sure if they'll kick the field goal or if they'll just run the football one more time and try and get a first down. But clock will not run out before the next play.
So, Tigers back out onto the field. Lasky, Weber to his right, 4 receivers, 2 on each side. Lasky takes a snap. He's going to run up the middle and get leveled right around the 5.
Not sure if he got that first down.
Got it or not. They're going to just say it was short, but the Tiger defense hopped out on the field pretty quickly there before even allowing the officials to make a decision. But So turnover on downs, and the Tiger defense is going to hop out onto the field with 9 seconds remaining. So, like I said, the Tigers are going to have their 2 of their 3 toughest games remaining here back to back at Denison, at home against Wittenberg. What do the Tigers need to do offensively and defensively to come away with 2 big program wins here that are just going to that are really going to define the season, as Oberlin has a pass complete out to the 17 for a first down with 3.6 left to play.
Well, I think if the Tigers want to move forward, they're really going to need to take a big step this next week during practice to get their offensive pacing back to where they want it to be, or to make sure they're sure about what kind of style they want to play the rest of the season with their new quarterback, who looks to be Sam Lasky for the majority, you'd assume.
And Matt Mitch comes up with a sack to end the game there on Taylor. So the Tigers are going to finish it off with an exclamation point. So next week, Tigers are going to travel to Denison, try to come up with a big win there over a team that is always competing and is always a tough team. And then you can't get caught looking ahead, and then over fall break, no classes, all football. You have all week to prepare for, honestly, like I said, the class of the conference in Wittenberg, who were conference champions last year. You prepare for them. If you can come out of those 2 weeks with 2 wins, you are in the driver's seat in the conference, and you control your own destiny with 3 games left and 2 very winnable games on Saturday, October 28th and November 4th. And then throw it all out the window come November 11th when you take on your arch rival, your Wabash Little Giants, here at home. But you got to get these 2 games first. You can't get caught looking ahead. So the Tigers, the defense looked outstanding today. Coach Jay Hood, or defensive coordinator Jay Hood, must be very proud of the way his team played, or his defense played. The offense showed signs of life after struggling early.